Hello friends, welcome to Full House Kitchen. Today we bring you restaurant style Palak Paneer recipe which we are going to make it with store bought canned spinach puree. Often in the supermarket you will find this spinach puree can and we are going to use this and make this Palak Paneer. So let's start the recipe. To prepare the base of the Palak Paneer, here I got a big pot, but if you have a pressure cooker, you can use the pressure cooker for this process. So in a big pot, here I got spinach puree and I have a 800 gram spinach puree. Into goes one big size onion, roughly chopped, few cloves of garlic, around 6 to 8, 1 inch ginger, roughly chopped, and around 1 to 2 green chili. You can avoid green chili, and around 2 to 3 medium size of tomato, roughly chopped. And there is a key ingredient for this process, which is cornmeal. It's also called makki ka atta or cornmeal, and this is important for this recipe because this is what brings the taste of restaurant style palak paneer. So here I am using around 2 tablespoons of makki ka atta or cornmeal, added little bit of salt and around 750 to 800 ml water. We are going to give it a good mix and we'll bring this to boil, and once it's about to boil then we are going to cover it and cook it on medium heat for at least 15 minutes until our onion and garlic and ginger is nicely soft. While our spinach is getting prepared, let's start with our paneer. So here in a pan I've got around 1 teaspoon of butter and into goes our paneer. I have taken around 200 gram paneer which we are going to shallow fry it for around 1 to 2 minutes. And this much of paneer, 200 gram paneer, is good for around 4 to 5 people, and we are only going to use a portion of the spinach puree which we are getting prepared. Our paneer looks good. I have cooked for around 2.5 minutes. And to take the paneer out, we are going to prepare this salt and chili water, which in a bowl I have taken around half cup of water. Into goes around quarter teaspoon of chili powder and quarter teaspoon of salt. And we'll take the paneer out into this salt and chili water. It allows our paneer to get salt and chili soaked nicely, which really tastes good in the gravy. And now in the same pan we are going to prepare our masala for palak paneer. So I've added 2 tablespoons of oil, and into goes our seasoning, 2 to 3 cloves, 1 small cinnamon stick, 1 big cardamom, 1 teaspoon of cumin seed and 1 bay leaf. And once our seasoning is cooked, we are going to add 1 medium size of onion, finely chopped, and we'll cook this until the onion is golden brown. Once the onion is nicely cooked, then we are going to add around 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, and we'll saute it for another minute or so until our ginger garlic is nicely cooked with onion. And then we are going to add some spices. In the spice here we are going to add around 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, little bit of chili powder and little bit of turmeric powder. And then I'm going to add some tomatoes, and here I'm using canned tomatoes. And it totally depends how spicy food you like to eat. If you are not a spicy food eater, then you can just completely avoid ginger garlic paste and spices as well, because the spinach we are preparing, it has everything. It has ginger, garlic, onion, everything. So you can simply just saute your onion, add little bit of coriander powder or cumin powder, around half teaspoon, and add tomatoes. Around 2 tablespoons of canned chopped tomatoes here I'm adding. You can use fresh tomatoes as well, just to give the texture to the gravy. But you can completely avoid spices if you are not a spicy food eater. And we are just going to saute it nicely. I have added here around 2 tablespoons of canned chopped tomatoes, and we'll cook all the spices until our masala is nicely cooked. While our masala is getting cooked, let's take a look at spinach. And the spinach looks good. It's been around 10 to 12 minutes and our tomato is nicely soft, and onion and ginger. So at this point we are going to uh, take either you can use a hand blender, that's the best thing, or if you don't have a hand blender you can just use potato masher and mash it as much as you can. What we need to do is basically whatever onion, ginger, garlic is there, we need to nicely get it combined with the spinach. So using a hand blender is the best thing, or you can let it cool down a bit and then you can blend it in a mixer grinder. And here I would like to mention the spinach we prepared is 800 gram spinach is a lot more than what we need for our palak paneer, so we are only going to add a portion of it. So if you can find a smaller can like 400 gram spinach can, then it's the best for this recipe. But usually I don't find 400 gram spinach. I always end up buying 800 gram. And to give you an idea, in 800 gram spinach puree what we prepared, you can make palak paneer or palak saag for around 15 to 20 people. So that's a lot of puree. But what I do is I always prepare it and then I'll make some palak paneer like I'm making today, and I'll keep the rest of it. I'll freeze some and I'll keep the rest of it, and I'll simply do a tadka of garlic and cumin and onion and make it as a saag, and it turns out wonderful. So our masala is cooked and then we are going to add our spinach puree, and we'll add spinach as much as it required. You can make it thin, you can make it thick, as much you want to add spinach you can add, and it turns out really good because the makki ka atta, the corn meal what we added, it really brings the flavor out of the spinach puree. And the way we prepare our spinach with all the spices like onion, ginger, garlic, it really tastes good. And now it's up to you. If you want to make it more creamy, you can add cream. If you want to make it more buttery, you can add more butter. So it's a wonderful way to make your spinach, prepare your spinach in one lot and then use it multiple times. Once you are happy with the consistency, please check salt and chili and add it accordingly, and bring it to boil and add cream or butter according to your taste. And if you are interested in more spinach puree recipe, then we already have one uploaded, which is how to make saag, and the saag also turns out really good. And I hope you are happy with this recipe, and if you have any confusion regarding the portion, please do write it in a comment box and I'll try to answer it as much as soon as possible. And I hope you like this recipe. Please do give it a like to this recipe, and we have many more recipes like this, so please subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.